Hi YouTube, it's me again, Bryn Chan, and welcome to a Marvelous Monday. I first want to start out by saying I do apologize for not uploading for about a week. I have been going through some things because I need to go on a business trip to Washington, D.C. So that's where I will be. So if you want to see content from Washington, let me know. Uh, I will probably post it up here anyway, without your consent. So um, I want to, before I introduce my guest who is on the line right now, I first want to ask you what it is that you think the true meaning of success is and what it means to do it. Like, what do you think it takes to do it? Because this morning he messaged me saying that he didn't know if he was going to even be able to do this today because he was going through some, is it all right if I say it?
Yeah, that's fine.
He was going through some depression. And I just want to say that he basically was like, fuck it, we're going to do it. So that right there is the true meaning of doing what it is that you need to do to do in order to be successful. He's going through depression and he still decided he was still going to do this interview. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce my guest today, Mr. Andy Martin. Please say hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey. So Andy, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
There's not really that much to tell. What you see is pretty much what you get.
I
I'm
mean,
a steak and potatoes kind of guy. I don't miss many meals, as you can tell.
so well, I know you started this off with a couple jokes. Please tell everyone what you're aspiring to be.
I mean, I would like to be a comedian. I know I'll probably never be the Matt Rife to the ladies. I'm more the Great Value brand, but it's neither here nor there.
I mean, you are pretty funny, at least to me. I think you're funny. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people who are going to be watching this will also think you're funny. So I don't know. I don't know. You might go from the Great Value brand to, name brand real quick.
Maybe, who knows?
So, okay. When did you first want to become a comedian?
Probably about 6 years ago.
6 years ago? Wait, hold on.
Yeah, give or take. I mean, I enjoy making people laugh. It makes me feel good.
That's awesome. Sorry, I'm trying to do some math here. Because we met 2016, 2017. That's when I worked at Walmart. So 2016 at the earliest. So 17, 7 years ago was when we first met, because that's when you first started making jokes at the clock-in station. I
Yeah,
still remember.
I made a joke about, the girlfriend I had at the time, all she wanted was sex. And I'm like, I'm not a yogurt machine.
I do remember that one is the one I remember the most. I will honestly say it was pretty funny. Though I have quite the dark or perverted sense of humor, if you will. So, where is it that you want to go with your career? I know you said you're looking for a job right now, but comedy wise.
I mean, I would like to go on tour. I mean, probably not internationally, but just locally. I would like to first start maybe touring around Kansas.
That
I mean, I'm a Kansas boy, so
Kansas can be very beautiful in places. So why not internationally?
Well, one thing, I don't have my passport. I probably need to get that. I would like to see Japan, China. Although with my jokes, I probably wouldn't be welcomed in China, but probably not North Korea either.
I mean, I wouldn't want to visit North Korea to begin with.
I mean, probably not. I probably would get arrested, not gonna lie.
It seems like it doesn't take much, um, if you ask me. Though, I'm not the political person. I don't talk about stuff like that. My husband does. So I will leave it to him to have those kind of discussions because, yeah, it puts me
Yeah,
in a
I
negative
mean,
space.
I try not to get too political on my jokes. I mean, I do have a couple, but I kind of make fun of both sides.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta play the field a little bit. I mean, I I am independent, an independent voter. Don't mind my jacket that's hanging on the back of my chair. Uh, I'm an independent voter, so I kind of just go with whatever. Well, they didn't have on the voting registry anything that says I don't care as long as one side is more correct than the other at the time, but uh so I had to go with independent.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. So but you could probably say that a lot of my views are probably real conservative. So for whoever is watching, um let's not talk politics or one of us will be upset. So
Anyway,
probably
back to the international thing. With China, I do have something in common with China. I have the Great Wall right here. So
nah, nah,
it's not just Sakura from Naruto that has a big forehead right here.
nah, nah, no, you're good. You're good. I mean, the other day I was doing an interview, not an interview, a meeting with the business partners and everything.
Hmm.
And I don't know what I did, but my hair was in a way to where like you couldn't see it on its sides, but then like it cut off like right here. And so it just looked all forehead.
It's all good.
Yeah. But that's what happens when you have like a Zoom background. At least I noticed on here. I mean, my phone Zoom backgrounds are so much better than the ones on my PC. So I don't understand. So, uh, no, we met at Walmart Marketplace, right?
Yeah.
So it's called. Okay. So what have you done since then? Like, what jobs have you done since then?
Well, I've worked some warehouse jobs. I sweated my man tits off. Um, I went back to Walmart for a while and then did more warehouse work. I kind of flip flop between warehouse and retail.
So if you had a choice, okay, would you work for yourself or would you work for a boss? Because I know you said you want to be a comedian and you want to, go on tour and stuff. Do you want to work for yourself or do you want to work for a boss?
I mean, they both have their advantages. I mean, if you work for yourself, obviously you're your own boss and you get to do what you need to do to get the job done. And you have no supervision. But on the flip side of that, if you had a boss, then, whenever you F up, he takes the heat instead of you. So it's kind of a double sided coin. I mean, I would like to work for myself, but I'm afraid I don't know a whole lot about taxes and stuff like that to actually succeed in working by myself.
That's why there's tax guys.
Yeah, but they're so snooty though.
Hmm?
They're snooty.
Oh.
Like everyone that I've met is like, "Hmm."
Uh, and they might have there's some who are like very, very nice. And there's some where they work with a certain clientele, so they probably dress or come off a certain way that probably, raises their standard of clients that they work with.
Yeah, speaking of taxes, one year I got $500 back,
Mhm.
which is total bull, by the way. And the tax guy charged me $350.
Oh, where'd you go for your taxes?
H&R Block. I don't recommend them.
Well, I'm going to be completely honest. I use TurboTax on my phone and I do my own taxes. So, I've been doing that since I was with Antonio. You remember Antonio?
Oh yeah, he was weird.
Yeah. He was the abusive alcoholic. So,
Didn't he cheat on you a couple times?
um, well, okay, so my channel isn't really about like the drama of my life, but I will say he was basically doing it from day one of our relationship for all 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's that. But that's something that I, you know, had to learn from. I'm not saying I deserved to go through any of that, but it's something that I needed to learn from. And it's gotten me to where I am today. And I actually called him the other day, not because I wanted to, but we didn't have a terrible conversation. Though
Not
he
good.
uh though he did try to tell me that my choice in cars is utter crap.
Oh
Yeah.
well. You know what they say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
So, um, but I've it's something I've learned from, and I've gotten to where I am today you know, with him being a part of this for years. Because if
Yeah.
if I hadn't have gone through something like that, I don't think I would have learned the lessons that I needed to learn from it. So, and I wouldn't be where I am today and then going on a business trip to Washington D.C. tomorrow and all of that stuff. Matter of fact, I don't think I would have ever even met Scott or you.
Yeah, I mean, at least you've learned from it. There's a lot of people. I know quite a few people that, they see the red flags, they ignore it, and they just keep going back. And they keep wondering, well, why isn't he changing?
Yeah.
I
Uh
was like, well, no shit, Sherlock. You're giving him no reason to change. See,
it's
for me, I'm lucky. I met my girl that I'm with now. We've been together 3 years. I love her to death.
it's awesome. Yeah, it's a
She
vicious cycle.
she supports me even when I don't support myself. Like I'm going through some depression issues and she's right there holding her hand out to help pull me up. So
That's great. That's exactly what needs to happen in relationships is you pull each other up, especially when, you're each going through something. I'm sure when she goes through something that you help her out, and then of course with your depression and things that you're going through, she helps you out. So that's perfect. That's good.
you just gave me a new joke. Remember, pull yourself up, don't pull out. I'm sorry. I'm probably going to get you banned on YouTube. My
I'm
bad.
I'm not monetized right now. I need to have 500 subs and so many watch hours in order to be monetized. So I think you're okay.
Who knows? Maybe I'll get you popular.
I mean, the last I checked, 100% of my audience were men, so
We're a bunch of dirty old men in a way.
but it's great that you've gone through these hardships and challenges. I know you didn't go too in depth on like your history and stuff. But you've gone and you've done these things and you've learned what it is that you really want to do, right? I assume you don't want to work retail and warehouse for the rest of your life.
No.
So, and I want to see you be successful and, be a comedian because it seems like something you really want and you're funny. Or at least I think you're funny.
I mean, I do open mic nights every now and then.
Yeah.
I'm working up to right now. As soon as my depression kind of gets lower a little bit, there's an open mic night in Manhattan, Kansas that I plan on doing at one of the pubs up there.
Hmm.
And supposedly they have 50, 60 people every single night during open mic night. So I'm hoping to make a name for myself.
I would like to see that. I mean, I used to live in Manhattan, Kansas. I don't know if you know that.
No.
Well, that's where Flint Hills Job Corps Center is.
Mm.
And that's where I met Scott, was through Flint Hills Job Corps Center. And that's in Manhattan. So I was in there for a little bit. I didn't really explore much of the area because we're only allowed out on the weekends, and then Antonio would pick me up to go to Olathe. And and the one time that I did stay was one weekend that Antonio was like out of state or something. And we went to the mall. And I don't think we went to the Manhattan Mall. I think we drove like another town over because the kids in Flint Hills Job Corps Center messed up their ability to go to the mall in Manhattan. So, I mean, that,
Yeah, I mean, the Mall of Manhattan's okay, I guess. It's smaller compared to the Oak Park Mall.
yeah, I would say Wichita Mall, the malls we have two are pretty small compared to the Oak Park Mall too. I would probably say half the size. One would be half the size, and then the other one would be like a quarter of the size.
Yeah.
um we have Town West and Town East, and Town West is slowly dying, which is sad because that's the mall of my childhood. um
The mall of my childhood already died. The Great Mall in Olathe, it died a long time ago.
oh, that's so sad. I would like to see some revitalization um in Town West. They're turning several stores into office spaces. So slowly it's gonna be more office space than mall.
Yeah. And for clarification to anyone wondering where the Oak Park Mall is, it's in Overland Park.
Yes, and it's huge. And I'm
Yeah,
not okay with it.
2 stories, Barnes and Noble. It's awesome.
See, if I did okay with that amount of people,
I mean, if
I
you go somewhat during the day before school gets out, there's hardly
oh,
anybody there.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll probably have to make a trip up to the Oak Park Mall during the school day.
I mean, I last time I was there during the day, there was maybe 40, 45 people in the entire place.
Hmm.
But it also depends on when you go. Like if it's near Christmas time, forget it.
Yeah, I assume near holidays is when it's super busy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get Christmas presents from the mall at all.
Me either.
Matter
I
of
can't
fact,
afford it.
hmm?
Can't afford it. It's expensive.
Well, I mean, it's no longer a finance issue for me. It's just the sheer amount of people that I don't want to have to fight through in order to get what I want.
For me, I just rip ass, and people tend to clear out. I mean, it's a thing.
Oh my God. Okay.
So speaking of that, because I said that, Taco Bell should sponsor me. Hashtag Bean Burrito.
No, no, because I've had Taco Bell for like 2 days now.
I had it yesterday.
I did too. I got two bean burritos from Taco Bell yesterday. To be fair, that's pretty much all I ate too. Was the two bean burritos. That's all I ate yesterday. Uh, and then the other night I also had Taco Bell. And it's funny because I haven't had Taco Bell in like years, but for some reason I just had a craving for Taco Bell. And they have the taco pizza back. You know,
Yeah,
every
where I live, they constantly run out, so I don't even bother ordering it.
really.
Mm-hmm.
Uh
There's a lot of soldiers that live on base up here,
oh,
so yeah, they constantly go through and order it.
it's I think they changed the recipe or something because it's not as good as it used to be. I mean, I don't know about the regular taco pizza, but the jalapeno taco pizza that they have now, their
I mean, if
sauce.
Taco Bell is listening, they need to bring back the grilled stub burrito. That it was fire, straight fire.
I mean,
Made my
I
butthole, but it was good.
no, I don't think I remember the grilled stuff burrito. I mean, I'm sure I've had it, but as I disappear, I don't really. I think I remember it really because it's not something I would typically order.
Yeah, hearing the grilled stub burrito, I kind of want to make a joke about my sister, but I'm going to be nice because she's probably going to be on here, so I'm not going to say which one.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I'm just gonna let myself fade in and out of existence here. Um,
Sounds
I-
like any and all of my ex girlfriends.
oh, no, okay. Okay, we gotta get back on track. Okay. Um, so I'm crying a little bit.
You're welcome.
Um, okay, okay. Um, you made me lose my train of thought. Goodness. N- I gotta think. It's gonna take a minute. Okay. Well, I can't think of the questions that I was gonna ask you next because you have successfully got me distracted. Um,
You're welcome.
now, um, with that being said, is there anything that you would like to tell everyone before we start signing everything off?
I mean, if you want to know a little bit more about me or support me in any way, I'm on TikTok. It's Andy Lee Comedy. I appreciate any new follower I get, I try to reply back to anybody that sends me a shout out, but unfortunately, all I get is lonely women wanting to hook up.
That's that might be better than what I used to get on my YouTube channel before I revamped it. I used to get
But
people, the only comments I would get on my videos were porn links. It was
that's
quite sad.
unfortunate.
Huh?
But I'm also working on new stuff. Like I've been thinking, kind of like Jeff Foxworthy, you might be a redneck type thing. It's just stupid things like if a group of men becomes women, does that make them the X-Men? And one that I wrote the other day was if you worked at Arby's and you're in the drive-through window, should you answer the customer with "Welcome to Arby's, what's your beef?"
If somebody asked me that, I think I would die.
Oh,
If
I
I
have a couple more if you want to hear them.
Yeah, sure. Go
It's
ahead
like,
and also send me your TikTok link in the Facebook chat, and I will link it in the description of this video.
okay, sounds good. Call me the king of math because I'm gonna divide them legs, and you don't have to go to Subway to get a foot long. It's just stupid things like that.
It's funny though.
I mean, I'm sure someone's going to be offended, but if you're offended, put on a helmet.
Okay, okay. We gotta calm down for a minute. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end this video off. Thank you so much, Andy, for hopping on and doing this interview. I know that it, took a lot of strength to actually get up on here and do this because you have been going through some depression. So I'm very thankful that you were able to get on here
No
and
problem. I
share
had
your
fun.
story. So, without further ado, I will go ahead and I will end this video off. Remember to invest in yourselves because you are the very best person you could ever invest in. Invest in stocks, real estate, gold, silver, all that fun stuff. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah! Bye.